Hello. After some complications, we are back. Today, this segment is going to be called What Your Coffee Order Says About You. Or, is your coffee order demure? Is it mindful? Okay, so. And for the record, I have probably I would say 2 years of barista experience at 3 different places, so let's get it going. First, we have plain black drip coffee. Now, very demure, very mindful, I will say. Yeah, it's a classic. Very good, very nice, very easy, obviously. Now, what's not demure, what's not mindful, is getting extra cream and extra sugar or whatever. If you get a lot of that, it's is the coffee good at that point? Is it even coffee at this point? What are we doing here? What's going on? Very not demure, very not mindful. I apologize in advance for the amount of times I'm going to say that. It's been in my head. Yeah, so okay. And then we have just plain iced coffee. Okay, iced coffee, again, on its own. Very demure, very mindful, very easy. Now it's not cool. Oh yeah, this goes with, the hot drip coffee. If you're I don't know, if you get mad on, the quality of it, just okay, you could have made it at your house then. Why are you going to a coffee shop and expecting anything better than, at your house? I don't what? It's drip coffee. It's drip coffee. If it was only drip coffee that we sold at the store, it would obviously not be open. I don't understand. What do you think this is, a drip coffee store? No, it's not. It's a cafe. Sorry. I know none of that makes sense, but still. Iced coffee. It's too watery. Too watery. It's too watery. No, it's not. You're just going to a place and expecting too much. Make your own iced coffee. Make your own cold brew. Which, next? Cold brew. I should have looked up the meaning of demure. But I'm gonna say very demure. Not very mindful, because some places don't have cold brew. Not very mindful. Yeah, oh yeah, this going with iced coffee. Again, if you're saying the crazy demands, I'm just gonna say in general for all of these crazy demands, crazy extra ice, but I also want extra cold foam, but I also want extra heavy cream, but really light on water, extra base, and then can you get 8 shots in there, but then also only in a small cup, but then also can you make sure to stir it, but then also make sure it's not separated, but also can you add some oat milk and some almond milk and some 1 shot of this simple syrup, and then another shot of this hazelnut, and then another shot of this vanilla, but then can you only do a 0.5 shot of this? Yeah, not very demure, not very mindful. I will say that. Not very demure, not very mindful. Sorry, I got 12 hours of sleep last night, and I'm going crazy. Anyways, yeah, not very demure, not very mindful. Anyways, also if you're total side note, but if you're can I get a blended drink? And then whatever's left over, can you put it in a cup for me on the side? No. You're paying for whatever size blended drink. So you're gonna get whatever size blended drink. You're not paying for whatever's in the blender. What? Huh? What? You want extra? Then you can pay for an extra cup or something. I don't know. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Also, I'm sorry if it's loud. Maybe I'm loud, or maybe this is wrong. But whatever. Anyways. Next we have nitro cold brew. Again, not very mindful. Because the amount of places that have nitro cold brew is like even less. But yeah. Not very mindful. But it's a classic. If you're just getting it on its own. Classic. It's not very demure. I don't think it's demure in any sense. It's so much caffeine. Same with cold brew. I don't know if cold brew is demure. Not very demure. Not very mindful. Yeah. And then, let's go on to espresso macchiato. Classic. Very classic. Very coffee. Very coffee. Yeah, very demure. Very. If you're just like sipping a little. Very demure. Very mindful as well. Very easy. Same if you're just getting like espresso and a little thing. And a little like thing. If you're getting espresso, love it. Love to see it. Espresso con banana. Or with whip. Not very demure, I will say. But it is mindful. Cause like, not you're just like in a little cup like trying to get the whipped cream out of there if it doesn't melt. Like, what are you doing? How are you drinking that? Make it make sense. Also like, I mean, yes, it is mindful, but I don't know, I rarely make it, and it's like, do I put the whipped cream under the shot as it's pulling, or like after? And then it's like, I don't know, confusing. But still mindful. Next, we just have a plain hot latte. Any of the hot lattes. Not demure. Not mindful. Well, no, neither. Because not very demure, because you're drinking a hot latte in public. Not demure. Not mindful. Well, actually, no, it is mindful. I feel like, okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Hot latte at a chain restaurant, not demure, not mindful. Because not you're just like slurping on this thing in a to-go cup and you're like what? Not demure at all. B, actually it is mindful. It's easy. And again, that goes with what I said earlier. If you're gonna add a bunch of add-ons, never mindful, never demure. Very much the opposite. Yeah, if you're like getting a little like hot latte in like a little cup, and with like the little art too, like okay, little latte art, very demure, very mindful. If you're like, if it's in a to-go cup, opposite, not demure. But if it's in a for here cup, very demure. There's a difference. You need to study. What's not demure is if you make a mess. If it drips on the side of the cup, very fine line here. Very fine line. And if you mess up the art, not mindful, not demure, not nothing. Not at all. Now an iced latte, definitely mindful. Very mindful. And I feel like this also goes the same way. If it's in a... No, it's a classic. Very demure, very mindful. Classic. We love to see it. Now, what is after that? Trade misto. Or misto. Very, I guess you could get a nice version of that. I don't know. But, again, it's like the same... You're slurping down a hot drink in a to-go cup. And it doesn't... actually, it could look good in a for here cup. Same as, like, the latte rules, I would feel like. But, yeah, that's all I have to say for that one. Blended drinks. I think I talked a little bit about it. But blended drinks. Not demure. Not demure. Not demure, I will say. Not mindful at all either. Like, no. Like, no way you're just on like some random blended drink and you're just like, yummy. Do that out of my eyesight. Not demure. Not mindful. Hard to make. Annoying. But like if you're, okay, again, another side note. This is not bashing customers because this is my own personal opinion on what I would get in public. That's all I have to say. Now, especially if you're nice too, if you're a nice customer and you're like, can I get a blended drink? Like, fine, get your blended drink, girl. Get it then. Anyways, and then like obviously if you're mean, every drink you get is gonna be not demure, not mindful. Yeah, anyways, let's keep going. Okay, a chai. Again, not very mindful because not a lot of places have it. Especially the right, like, actual chai. Like, how they are actually supposed to make it. No. But yeah. Even though, well, I guess most places do have it. I don't know. Either way, not mindful. Demure. Again, same rules with lattes. Demure if it's iced. Not demure if it's not iced. Sorry. Matcha. Matcha. Very demure. Very demure. Obviously iced, going, like, right off that. Iced, very demure. Very demure, actually. Very, ooh, like, very, like, okay, she's different. Very demure. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that one. Oh, this is a good one. Any drinks with, like, alternative milks? Whole milk. Not demure. Not demure. Now, yeah, that's all I have to say. Not demure. Mindful? Not really. Because not all the places have that. They're like, I got 2%. Or the opposite. Maybe they only have whole and maybe they don't have 2%. What do you know? Oat milk. Demure. Bit overplayed, but demure. Mindful. I feel like most places have that now. Soy. Very demure. Because I have been getting into soy and I do agree. Very demure. Very mostly mindful. I feel like that's most places. Almond milk. Very demure. I feel like people that drink almond milk think that they're better than everyone else. And they probably are. Simple as that. They probably are. And you're like tasting the coffee a lot. It's like, it's a lot more smoother. Not smoother, but like, a lot more, it allows the taste of the coffee to really shine, I will say. It's very demure. Very demure. Very mindful. Most places have that. Coconut milk. Not very mindful. Not a lot of places have that. And anything else, any other milks, not very demure. Not all places have that. Non-fat milk. Same thing. I mean, it probably is demure. I would say the other, like, alternative milks probably are demure. Just not very mindful, you know? Yeah. Can I get an iced latte made with breve? Not demure. Not mindful. It's a waste. It's a lot. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot going on with this drink. Suddenly, very demure, very mindful drink goes to not demure. Because no way you're slurping on that breve. You're not. I mean, maybe you are, but that's weird. Again, for me. Again, that's for me. Not for you. Okay, moving on. Let's see what else. Teas. Very demure. Very demure. Especially if you're, like, letting it known that it's a tea. You're like... Again, the only thing where... Yes, it's hot. But that's, like, cool. Especially you see little, like, tea things off the side of the drink. It's like, oh, she's drinking tea. Even better if it's in, like, a clear cup or something. And you're like... I don't know. Or, like, in a little teacup. I feel like tea is a lot more demure when you're at home. That's like a lot of me. That's a lot of things where it's that. Let's see, what else? Iced tea. Not demure. Not mindful. Not mindful at all. Quite the opposite. Yeah, there's that. Let's see, what else? That honestly might be it. Oh, I'll leave it on this. Getting foams on drinks. Demure? It's demure. Very careful though. Because if you get any foam on your lip, or anything, you're done. Also, not really mindful, but I feel like everyone just like doesn't care at this point because they like it. And like, it's only like a little part of your drink. I mean, it's foam. Like, we know this. It's purely there for the flavor, no substance. Unless you're getting like matcha foam or whatever. Or chai foam. Or, if you're getting that, sorry, I don't really know what happened there. I don't know. Like, I think it's just turned, sorry, spit. I feel like it's just turned demure because everyone's doing it. Again, I need to look up what demure, maybe I need to look up what demure means and put it in, or just, do that. And yeah, not very mindful, but I feel like everyone's just like, alright, I like foam. I like that foam, so put some on there. Very, very not demure. Very not mindful. If you're putting it on a hot drink. Someone got drip coffee with cold foam on it. Not demure, not mindful. But he was English, so I was like, maybe this is something I'm like not hip with. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it to him. And he was a little English lad. I'm like, alright, you can have your drip coffee with your cold foam on it, okay? What else? Oh, water. Okay. Very mindful. Not demure. Not demure if you order it at a place that has a drive-thru at the window after you paid, after you got your drink. Can I get an ice sweater with that? Oh, can I get an ice sweater? Oh, I just placed a mobile order. Can I get an ice sweater? Actually, can I get an ice sweater? You're like, okay, there's that drink for you. Can I get you anything else? Can I get an ice sweater? They always make the same face. Can I get an ice sweater? I'm just like, if you wanted an ice water, you would have said that. Also, little tangent, why are we not paying anything for ice water? Water, everywhere has water. No, false. Everywhere has water that may or may not be drinkable. Whether it's drinkable, very different. Very, very different. Because, yes, everywhere has non-drinkable water. Duh. But if it's not drinkable, like, the world is not in a great place to be being like, free water. Free water. Hey, free water. No. No, no, no. Not demure. Not mindful. Not mindful. A lot of places that need that water, and we're just using it on everything. Because it's just not an important resource, huh? No, it's the most important resource, yet we're treating it like it's literally like dust or dirt on the ground. We're like, oh, can I get a water? Like, oh, actually I don't want this water anymore, let me just pour it out. Sorry. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Water is the most important resource. Yet we're treating it like it's literally trash. What? Yet we all need it. What? Very interesting. And we get mad when we have to pay for it. It's literally what makes us survive. Which, yes, we shouldn't be paying for, but it is a necessity for every human being. So sometimes we have to pay for it. So that way, people that can't pay for it can get it. Anyways, and we're done. I think that's it. If I'm forgetting something, let me know. Maybe I'll do a part 2. I don't really know. Yeah. Stay demure. Stay mindful. Yeah, that was it. I didn't really know what to film today, so I was just like, I sat there and just stared off and was like, and then I was like, I know coffee. I've been saying demure and mindful recently, so let's do it. I'm sorry if this offended you. If this coffee video about coffee offended you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Anyways, also sorry for the energy. Not sorry for the energy. I got sleep, and what about it? I have energy now, and you're offended by that? All 8 subscribers? You're offended? Wow, not very demure. A little bit mindful, still. Anyways, goodbye. Oh my god, it's been 20 minutes. Wow. Well, see you later. Oh, I am planning on doing another challenge. Maybe I'll actually finish the one that I didn't finish. The 200 days, 200 pages a day for a week. Might do that. We'll see how I'm feeling. Anyways, peace.